Here's the, which one are we using, the crappy one or the other crappy one?
Well, that crappy one's got springs that are together.
Well, that doesn't matter. The springs can be swapped.
The other one has rollers.
This one has rollers. This one's fully functional and it's pretty tight. So this one's almost new.
Yeah.
This one here it's almost new too, except I wadded up everything somehow. I'm thinking they had long screws hanging in here and they just hit everything. You can't have long screws on your point plate. But this one here is probably the easiest one to use, so we'll go with that one.
Great.
So you put lube on this, I'm sure?
No.
Oh. Do you have lube for this? No.
Probably not. Does it take a certain type of lube?
There's no such thing as lube that works on these.
No.
Basically, you put them in dry, they work about as good as lubed. So
Oh.
they don't live for shit anyway, so. You can't even pull the springs out because there ain't room for them. Just everything at the bottom's crappy. There's no redeeming factors about these advanced mechanisms. They are 100% crap. I can sugarcoat that slightly if you want.
No, that's all right.
So you can get the spring out of here. It won't get out because there's not room for it to come out. And if you stretch it too far, you screw it up. See, there's not enough room to get the damn thing past the pin. They're purposely designed to be this way. So you got to overextend it, which takes the tension out of it because you overextended it. Same problem, it won't come out. You basically have to overextend it to do it. Then they come right out. And what I like to do is bend the springs to put more tension on them. See how things bent out like that?
Mm-hmm.
If you bend it this way, you'll have more tension on it. So give a little pair of good needle nose. You can bend them. The problem is they like to break too.
Yeah.
It'll be the first time I've broken a couple of them. There you go, that one bent down pretty good. Now I want to put some tension to it. Sometimes you think you're helping and it comes out loose when you started. Done that too. Yeah, I think that was good enough. Okay, now the secret to get these back in is you gotta get some room in here.
Okay.
They're made wrong. So you gotta get a room maker.
Ah.
See the room maker?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got room in there for a spring. Ah, it hurts right outside your thumb.
Probably.
It does. Again, pain's good. Alright, that might be enough to get a spring in there. Okay. Now what do you think you want to use for a high temperature, high cling, low resistance, high temperature grease?
Couldn't tell you.
And it holds, has to hold up a centrifugal load too.
Hmm.
Because this runs at half engine speed. So.
Okay.
So if you run it at 4,000 RPM, that's 2,000 RPM. This thing's spinning around
Yeah.
on a circle that big.
Right.
That big.
Okay.
And of course heat, because it runs 300 degrees in there.
Yeah.
And then what's the other problem? Oh, high load, because it has a high load on it, tension on it.
Yeah.
Because these are trying to fling out, because somebody's spinning at 3,000 RPM or 2,000 RPM.
Right.
My bike could be spinning 3,500 RPM, but you know, it's me. So there's no such thing as a grease that works.
Oh.
Ain't a damn thing. So, the best grease I got is what?
Whatever's on the shelf.
Whatever's on the shelf. Splash them. Grab it.
Oh.
Expensive shit. Best grease on the belly. Now this is new, so I haven't had it since I've done these because I don't work on these very often because they're garbage. I don't like working on them. Probably $5 worth.
Probably.
One of those containers, $360. If it's the cheaper stuff, then this is the cheaper stuff.
Damn.
And it's half that. It's $180. I do have a little bottle of stuff that's $360 though, so it's half price. It's half as much.
Damn.
It's $180 for a little bottle of it.
I wouldn't use that on a shovel head.
Well, you have to use it on the parts that matter. This is the parts that matter. And you put a little bit on there just for the hell of it. This isn't so critical up here, but those weights are. Alright. Seems like I'm wiping more off than I'm putting on. Trying to get grease onto it, not off of it. Put that shit back in there. It's worth too much. Okay, so now you take your weight, lube it up really good, see? Put it up. Put it down where it belongs. It's probably already dry. See how it slings it already off all the way?
Yeah.
Good. Now, let's see if we help this any. This where it belonged. It's hard to do without any nails. See how it's got tension on it now?
Yeah.
Still doesn't look like it wants to go in the hole. Nope. Nope, I didn't cut it enough to make it go in there. Didn't file enough where it mattered. Can't see what I'm doing. Completely dark, can't see a damn thing. Whatever, it ain't working. Either way, I don't like this. Be dicking around this all year trying to do it that way. Need to file the damn thing down to make room for the spring. Quit dicking around with it. File the damn thing down. stuck. That's filed enough. Hopefully that's enough.
Looks like you got some space there now. At least on this one.
Sure, I'll grease one too. See all this money you spend doing these things? You could have just bought a real ignition and didn't use any of this crap. This one still doesn't want to go in there. Still can't see shit. Obviously my angle's not right. I'm pretty sure all the grease is gone now.
Probably.
Looks like I filed it over enough now this time. Yeah. Good, it fits in there perfect this time.
Mm.
Yeah, look at that. Look how nice they work when they actually are made correctly.
Look at that.
That's because they don't make them correctly. I have no idea where they have that dimple there, but it gets in the way of everything.
Probably hold the spring in.
What's nice is see how it's got tension on it.
Yeah.
This one's got a good one. See, this one's not as much. Way more in stock. That's good. That's a good sign. Put a little grease on that one. See, that doesn't work there. You don't take a big hammer and move it. You take it and move it 180.
Mm.
It drops all the way in. There's actually a pin in there that keeps it from being wrong.
No hammer.
That's why there's a flat spot on there. Yeah. It's returning pretty good. Alright, 20 minutes to do a 2-second job. That's going to be a pile of crap when you're all done anyway. Okay, where's the titty at? It's on the bottom. Get some on it first time. Yep, must be popped in. The book says 125 foot-pounds of torque.
Seems like a lot.
I had a guy that kept trying to do that, and he said, "These things won't get more than about 12 foot-pounds of torque, and they break." Well, you're stupid. No common sense at all. Navy guy. About that much torque.
Where's the 125 come from?
That's what the book says, Tom.
Really?
Do not put that star washer there because then the conveyance doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the book says 125 foot-pounds, not inch-pounds. So, torque in there pretty good, but not where you break it. Okay, here's a nice brand new point plate to you, and a set of brand new points to you.
Yeah.
They're nice and clean. See, if your light was actually on, it would help a lot
It was
better.
on a minute ago.
It hasn't been on the whole time you've been filming.
Yeah, it was.
The light wasn't working very good over there.
On right there.
No,
I made sure it was on.
It was off. If it was on, I would have been able to see what I was doing. The clue that I couldn't see was the first sign you immediately have a light.
Yeah, that's when I checked it. When I checked it, it turned it off.
Yeah.
So then I turned it back on.
Yeah, and it was off. Good job. Okay, somewhere around here I got a diamond file. Somebody stole it. Did you steal my diamond file?
Maybe I did it when the lights were off.
There it is. Okay, can't go any further. Stupid ass tools in the way. Everything's jammed in there solid. There's a diamond foil. What do they call a diamond foil?
It's got diamonds in it.
Yeah, it's not diamond shaped, it's diamond cutting. So you want to keep it flat as you go back and forth. See, it's starting to sound pretty flat.
Yeah.
That away. Get a piece of paper to clean it with.
Or an oily t-shirt.
I don't have the paper, I got a t-shirt.
Okay.
Make sure lint doesn't stay in there though. Don't spit on it either, but
Okay.
it should have at least some edges that look semi-close to being flat.
Yeah.
This has got a lot of tension on it too, so it looks like a blue streak. And a blue streak condenser, it's what's got a blue wire on it. Excel's had red wire.
Hmm.
Okay, where's your chinga set? Where you got, where's your screws? Tower screws. You gotta sell them out.
Nothing.
Alright, we'll be back.